Welcome to the Anonymous Maximalists Club. Who wants to begin?
I'm Steve. I opened the Kaspa white paper. Thought it'd take 5 minutes. I couldn't stop reading.
I said I'd never touch alts, ever, but Kaspa, it made sense. Now it's 10% of my portfolio.
I'm thinking of selling all my Bitcoin. Ooh. And going full Kaspa.
Thank you for your honesty. You are safe here. We will always support you.
But please come back to your senses. You are still maximalists. And this is not for social media.
So Wolfie's bar, what does it mean to me? It means everything. Wolfie's is, in essence, a representation of our son Wolf, hence the name. It's named after my son, and it captures the core values that we want to pursue with my son, which we believe in as a family, because it's a family-run business. So building a community, being authentic in every way, pursuing concepts like circular economics. So it is a representation of our family, and that's in essence what Wolfie's is.
Yo.
Hello, Satoshi. What you doing?
Just digging into Kaspa. It's wild, Elon.
Are you alone?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? Who's that?
Jack, go to our chat.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, Mike, grab the line.
Yo. What's up?
So, what you doing, Elon?
Oh man, just buying, flying, Kaspa to Mars and in stars.
Me too. Me too.
Crypto bling, come list, it's hot, big chain, go spot, chains fast, no lag, we're clean, we're dag,
no lag, no pain, smart ready, no chain of vein, spot us, we glow, contract set, let's go, go.
Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset, right? There's
no second best.
Okay, it's not
like.
It's not okay. It's not.
Welcome to the future of blockchain, and please welcome the creators of two of the best blockchains in the world. So we're the second best, huh? There is no second best. Just first best.
This is awesome.
Peter, I'm freaking out.
Don't ruin it for me.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, again, they got go. Gotta wake up, Wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Guys that we joined, and no, it was great. Dave Swinbank and VDK Music. It's cool going into other spaces. Again, this is something I do really want to start doing more, but it's time thing. I hate not having the time to do it, but yeah, it's something I do like doing, and those guys are great over there. Genuinely, I think they're it's good to meet like-minded people in the space, you know, who are just down to earth and just want to talk about real stuff, and I like that. I think it's good.
Yeah, 100%, man. I joined the spaces the other day. They came to mine at the clubs as well the other day on the Friday, and all around good people. And I can't believe we didn't really fully bump into each other. You know, they were saying it earlier, we had so many mutuals. It's crazy. Once we got connected on Discord and saw all the mutuals with each of them, it was like, what the fuck? How didn't we didn't bump into each other? It's just mad. Like our friends, their friends, and all like participating in each other's collaborations, and it was just honestly dumbfounding how we didn't cross paths.
Makes you realise how small this crypto space really is.
Oh, bro, that's mad. Yeah.
So just to be clear, I need to cancel the sorting out of these individuals now, because like this, it's a very short turnaround to stop these things. So you guys need to tell me.
Well, look, you don't need to necessarily stop. Just pivot to making hot dogs.
Yeah, more hot dogs the better, Wolf. We love a hot dog, especially a big German one like yours.
It's with a cheesy centre.
Yeah. Oh God, look, come on. We're not past the watershed yet in some countries. Let's keep it clean. But no, it was a really good space to join, and yeah, like you said, Levendi, I joined one previously as well, and I had another guy there. But yeah, it's just they're good people, and like I said, it's cool having these little things in life where. So for people that don't know the background, they just picked a completely random name, which was Blockchain Banter. It's going to happen in the space. Me and Levendi got all territorial and started barking like little dogs because we love our brand. But no, they were good as gold with it, and they're like I said, they're great people. They understand it. Nothing malicious in it at all. So, like I said, we're now the official Blockchain Banter, and they are the unofficial Blockchain Banter. So it clears everything up. No one can be confused anymore. But yeah, really good guys.
100%. Speaking of, here's VDK up on stage. Good evening, VDK. Welcome to unofficial, official Blockchain Banter.
I don't know if I can give it away yet, but a week late, who I will go in a moment, I will tag him and see if he can come up, because he's on like musician time scales, which makes no sense because I'm the musician and I wake up at like 6 a.m. He is like a total, and I am too. I'm a 1985 girl. We love Back to the Future. So we are kind of doing a potential play on words for our new title. And yes, I just said this like half an hour ago to Levendi and Chris. I have zero regrets because I feel like this was the biggest happy accident because I picked this name. And I did no research. I feel no guilt on that because this was the best happy accident ever. Back to you.
I totally agree as well. I'm glad it happened, and I thought, to be honest with you, I thought you guys were just going to change it to your name to Banter Blockchain or something like that. But but I'm excited to hear this sort of Back to Future sort of
No,
reference.
I can't promise blockchain's not in it, but I promise you, the biggest rule we had was no banter. So that's been removed. A week late is a huge. I am too, actually, but not as big as him. Back to the Future is his biggest thing as a comedian. He loves that movie chain more than anybody in this world. So that's all I'm gonna say right now. But blockchain is involved.
What do you reckon, Levendi? Is that okay, or do we own the rights to blockchain as well?
Stop it.
You know what? You know what? Are you gonna show your patent for the word banter?
Yeah, I've just got to scribble it up right now. I'll
Yeah,
get it to
do
you in
it,
2
do it.
seconds.
No, definitely no banter in the name. Blockchain might exist. We are still like ironing out a couple details, but I think we've landed on the name, and there's no banter, I promise you.
Well, like I said, it was a fantastic accident to happen anyway, because you guys are genuinely really nice guys, and it was great to be part of your spaces. And plus, you're not Caspians yet, so hopefully we can get ourselves some new Caspians as well, which is fantastic.
You need to explain what's a Caspian.
Yeah, I know we've got a long process here, but it's maybe for another time. But to be honest with you, we've got some really good speakers up today anyway, talking about developing out on Kaspa's ecosystem or Kaspa's chain. So you may be able to learn stuff from them guys as well. And then yeah, I definitely think we should set up a space in the future between us as well, where we can talk about Kaspa, because I love talking about Kaspa and could talk about it all day long. And yeah, it would be spread to a wider audience then as well with you guys. So it'd be awesome. Oh, come on, VDK, you're giving me that awkward silence.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was clapping, but yes, I would love that. You can schedule any Monday, Wednesday with us, and we can use our space to introduce new people to Caspian.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe even a Friday. We have a different host on our Friday, but we do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays with This Is Not a Shill. Thursdays at 4 p.m. Technically the same crew, but yeah, we can definitely do a collab space.
I think that sounds perfect, and yeah, we'll definitely hit you up and get that sorted, because I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, so glad to have you about anyway. Hopefully you'd learn a little bit more about Kaspa, and we can have you on your way to becoming a Caspian. Levendi, who are we starting with on today's show? Because the room's warming up a little bit.
Well, the room warmed up quite nicely. I was trying to get Kaspa up to say hello, but I think he's maybe having some difficulties. I see him down there in the listeners, though. He is a bit short on time, so maybe it's worked out for the best. I think they're gearing up for everything to come out, and I bet he can't wait to dive into things once the mainnet is with us. But on stage, we say hello to Wolf, Elliot, and the Cascade. Hey, hang on. We've got Kaspa coming up as well. Lovely. In the meantime, Wolf, good evening, bro. How are you?
Good, you, man.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just excited about the event on Saturday. Everyone here is going to be in Berlin. Well, pretty much everyone here is going to be in Berlin, man. It's just I don't know. I said it earlier on in the morning in one of our chats that this week is going to feel like an entire year before we hit Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm just stressed. Do I have everything in place for it? So it's been a lot of work the last 2 weeks get everything in place for the event. But we seem to be there now. So food's pretty sorted. Our booth is pretty sorted. I'm going to have merch there. Some of the wolves are going to assist, and they're going to be there to help with NFTs, merchandise, food purchases, you name it. Gonna have some videos of the sites and things playing also on the TV that we have over there. So yeah, it looks exciting. The venue looks really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen how it looks, but it's a yellow house and a pink house, and a nice garden area between the two. So I know, Chris, you'll enjoy the pink house, but there's a yellow house also.
Is it the Pink Pony Club? Because I've heard a lot
yes.
about that.
Yes, there's yeah, but it looks really cool. It's super exciting to see all the projects there in a physical form. I think for whoever's going, it's quite exciting to be able to meet all the project owners, and then we'll give it some relevance and help you connect a bit better with all of these projects, especially once you meet all the people, you see who we are, that we're just normal humans. We try our best and enjoy it. So yeah, exciting times, very exciting. I'm gonna fly in on Friday, so I'll see you guys there. But I need to go pick up the merchandise at Paval first.
Shit, what time you landing?
Fuck, man, like 4 o'clock. So
in the afternoon?
Yes.
Oh bloody hell! You
So,
got a cozy flight.
Yeah, so it's gonna. I think it's all fine because it's quite near each other. It's like Pavel lives near. The venue seems to be quite near to the airport also, which is cool. And then
yeah, it's like not that far away. What, 20 minutes away, maybe something like that.
Yeah, and it looks like nice roads and things, big roads and stuff. So it's maybe very quick. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna just go pick up the merchandise and go and set up the booth. Then probably ping you guys and say, "Oh fuck, where the hell am I sleeping tonight again?" So you can ping me the address so I can get there. That's the plan.
It's going to be a brilliant event, man. I really cannot wait for this. We've got all our merch all sorted now, ready to bring out with us. It's going to be awesome day. I just want to move over to Kaspa because I know he's really short on time. I mean, him, Casplex, they're obviously working really hard in the back end. So, yeah, Kaspa, have we got? Well, firstly, how are you?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. All good, you?
Yeah, really good, man. Really good. Do you have any updates at all for Casplex?
Where there is one, but sadly I cannot share. The good part is that, but I think people got bored a bit by saying this, but I will again say it. We had a meeting, a short, let's say, alignment, and everything seems quite on track. There are no delays, no nothing. The nodes are being in the final testing, the bridge as well. And apparently there should be a green light these days. I do not know the date, to be honest, but I do know that everything is set, and hopefully, and their biggest fan, even if let's say I work for them, their biggest fan is me, because looking at all this noise and the FUD and everything, it tears you a bit apart if you are like, let's say, if you're taking things personally, which I don't tend to, but yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it still hits you. So my biggest, let's say, desire is to see this live, just to move on and have finally the smart contracts on Kaspa, and hopefully opening the doors to others to join and discover what Kaspa is, right? So as soon as this goes live, I can take like 1 to 3 days of, let's say, vacation if you want, and delete Twitter and everything, and just get some rest. But I am not here to complain, so everything is good. some, let's say, projects reach out with different questions. As always, they get their answers. I had a day a podcast, hopefully that can be shared, because there were some, let's say, some technical difficulties with the tool used by those guys at XXIM. So hopefully that got recorded. Mostly we covered the questions that we got from the community a while back. I also sent a tweet today to someone asking what's your reply and on the criticism that Casprex is not opening source and is not and related documentation. I spent a few time writing that. So if you guys can go on, I can link it to it. In a nutshell, we are doing a balance between protecting, let's say, the hard work that the team did with and balancing that with the need of opening source something, whilst this is obviously not liked by everyone. I would say between codes, that's fine, because at the end of the day, you don't need to be the let's say the only place to go for when it comes to smart contracts or layer 2. But we have our reasons. I've explained that better in the tweet. So that's with the open source. When it comes with the documentation, I acknowledge that. I agree that let's say it can be better improved or more improved, not better improved. But the focus of the team was to put the puzzles together and to move on, right, and to actually prepare and start the work needed to deploy the mainnet. So that would be that. Those would be the updates. When it comes to the Berlin event, I fly in on Friday morning, so I should be there by by afternoon. I would say like maybe 1 p.m. or something. And I still need to prepare not to prepare, to finish my presentation, which is should cover lots of, let's say, topics. And that's that. Looking forward to meeting you all live, and hopefully with good news by then. But again, I do not know. I don't have a date, and I'm not sure even if I knew the date that I will be able to share it, just to avoid any previous, let's say, mistakes that I 100% am responsible and accountable for. I shouldn't have given a date. But you know how it is. Everyone is like, when, and I get carried over, and that's that.
Well, that's the thing, Kaspa, as well. You like in those sort of situations, you can't win because people are people want obviously a layer 2 and they're excited about it. So you just constantly get the when. Why can't you tell us? Surely you've got a date in mind. Blah 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 blah. Like you should be open source about all of this. Like you guys know what you're working on. When should it be? But I'm not a developer by any means. Everybody here should know this. But what I do know about engineers and developers and things like that is like giving a hard date is actually extremely hard thing to do, because it's not as easy as saying this is so straightforward. We've already got architecture for this. We just do this, and this, just like we did on the other one. Kaspa is a completely different architecture, and it's something that's never been done before. So all of this process is completely new for layer 2s building out on it, for apps, for everyone. So it literally is stepping out into the unknown. And to be honest with you, I think like people a hell of a lot smarter than me working on this, I'm grateful for, because it will eventually get us to where we want to go with smart contracts on Kaspa. It'd be awesome, but it needs to be done right.
Yes. So Chris, to be honest, and this is what I've told the guys from that podcast, and this is like was never promoted or discussed. So when I was in Malaysia with the team, so I said, okay, let's put a date on it, and they were like, okay, but no, let's put a date. And then they said, okay, we should handle 31st, right? That should be our end goal. But then there was let's say a desire saying, maybe we can release this even earlier so people get some surprises, right? So imagine if I would have said that as well, saying, it's not going to be 31st, it's going to be sooner. So yeah, I do appreciate you, let's say, uh, saying all this and providing your, let's say, feedback. But again, at the end of the day, I shouldn't have just said anything. I should have said Q2, Q3, and that's that. If it was, let's say, sooner than that, that would have been great. If not, then no one was to blame. But lessons learned for me. And from now on, I'm not saying we shouldn't release dates. We should definitely do that. But when we are like 99.99% sure that this is going to happen. But anyway, as I was telling other people, this will soon be forgotten once we go live. Then we will see what would be the impact. And I'm not talking about the price. I'm talking about the builders and other communities that will have the playground, so to say, to develop and deliver their applications. For me personally, this is a test, or let's say not a test, let's say not a test, a curiosity to see how this is going to be perceived by others, and if indeed people will hop in on Kaspa and of course via Casplex and develop their DApps. That's a major milestone for me personally, just to understand the impact, because there are three potential outcomes, right? One would be no one cares, you will move on. Then you have a mixture between them, someone saying, okay, let's test this, nothing fancy, or you have a medium activity, or maybe there are lots of teams and people that are waiting for this, and they are looking forward to have this live, and the Kaspa ecosystem will be even more, let's say, discussed and known among other chains, right? So I guess we shall see how this will play out, but this is something that I'm really looking forward to see the impact and understand.
I'm 100% there with you on that one, Casper. I am really looking forward to seeing the impact it has on the Casper ecosystem, because again, everyone in Kaspa is very aware of how aggressive the emission schedule is, and we understand that fees need to replace that eventually, sooner rather than later. And I think this one, like you said, once smart contracts come online, it'll be for me. It'll be really interesting to see the volume that goes through it, the transactions volumes that goes through it, and how well that fee security budget is handled with it. So that, for me, that's going to be massive. I'm really looking forward to that.
Likewise. So yeah, maybe it will happen prior to Berlin, maybe it will happen at the Berlin event, maybe it will happen after the Berlin event. But what I know for sure is that it will happen 100% in September. And I guess we waited for so much, at least for the first version of the smart contracts. Obviously, I'm also looking forward to see what Igro and others are going to deliver, because having more and more and more, let's say, infrastructure for others to join and to build, and different models, different approaches, different fees, or let's say types of security and architecture, we should be able to satisfy all other builders from other chains, right? But I guess time will tell again.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Casper. I'm going to let you go because I think.
No, I can stay if no issues by 35 more minutes. I want to go to sleep by midnight, so it's all good.
Oh, sweet. It's good to have you around, definitely. Yeah, because I was going to say that I know you're on a time crunch, and like you do need to get some sleep.
It's all good. It's all good.
You must have been working extremely hard recently, anyway. But it's always appreciated, man.
You know who's working a lot, and no one gives not no one. Let me retract that. and people tend not to give credit necessarily, is actually the team. And they got a question like, who is behind Kaspex? No one knows. Who's the team? We will need to see the CVs. I want to see names, so on and so forth. And I said, like, man, in Malaysia, 5 people from Casplex were present, right? And there are pictures here and there, and everyone knows Chris, Bean, and others. But the team that I was referencing to is almost, I would say, 15 people. Some of them are, sorry, some of them are part of the Casplex team. Others are, let's say, helping. Some of them are well, let's say, rooted when it comes to the crypto. Others are team that are very well versed in what they are doing in terms of developing. So it's a mixture, interesting mixture, sorry, between different types of people and their, let's say, skills. But they are the ones that are working hard, and I'm not doing anything right at the end of the day. I'm just trying somehow to be the bridge between the community and Casplex. But those guys are to receive the, let's say, the merits for everything that is going to happen, hopefully very, very soon. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I want to thank them rather than me, right?
Well, definitely. I think anyone can agree on that. The Casplex devs have obviously been working extremely hard, and it's appreciated. Like if you're in Kaspa, you're looking forward to smart contracts coming out, and yeah, these guys have been working extremely hard on that. So yeah, I totally agree with you. But I do also think you are a big part of that. You like that. That's a big thing, to be a bridge between letting people do what they do best, which is they obviously extremely good at developing. So that's good. That's where they should be developing, and they should be showing appreciation for that. But also having that bridge between us normies is important as well, and I think you do a very good job on that.
Don't talk about bridges, right? We don't know how they work. If they are decentralized, if they so yeah, just pulling around a bit.
Is it a two-way bridge, Kasper?
There are some ladies here, but otherwise I would have said something, but not so nice. But yeah, it's a two-way bridge.
Oh, I love it, man. And I'm really looking forward to finally meeting you in Berlin. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I bought the tickets. Expensive, very, very expensive. I didn't expect that, even if it's a low cost, but that's that. So yeah, I booked the tickets. I will land Friday 11 something a.m. Then I'm going to come. Are you guys directly there, or when are you landing?
I'm landing Friday morning, probably about I'd say 9ish, 10ish, maybe.
So are you going to the location?
Yeah, I'm going to go straight to the event, get set up on the booth, rock the Kaspa. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, never.
We've got a merch store. But yeah, we're going to be setting up our booth straight away. So hopefully I'll see you at the actual event itself when we get there.
I'll come by as well on Friday. Need to prepare the Kaspa booth and everything. So yeah, seeing you there. Anyway, don't want to take the time. Thank you for listening, and happy to answer any questions if there are.
You know, it's nice that you boys are going to be there from the afternoon. We can practice on the Web3 Poker cloth before the real game the next day.
When are you landing?
Friday morning, 9 a.m. local time, I think.
So we are all there.
Yeah.
I don't know about Wolf. I think he needs a bigger plane, but
yeah.
I'm landing at 4.
You see, he needs like a 8380.
Well, and a snack. I need a snack beforehand. Or else I get cranky.
Don't forget the avocados, man.
I was about to say.
He's getting a B-52. That's the only thing that will take him.
I was going to ask if he was military. Holy shit.
They will parachute them, saying, hey, this is Berlin, you need to jump off. Yeah.
For those not in the loop, Wolf is a 9-foot giant that has been around for 400 years. No, I'm joking, but he's absolutely massive, and yeah, put it in perspective, his arm is the size of me.
Man, and people are going to be so disappointed when they see me. I'm not that size.
No, he's slightly bigger. He's a man mountain.
You're a wolf cub, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what people say.
Anyway, yeah, this is coming closer and closer, so it's going to be a great event. The difference between all others is that the attendees will be those that know about Kaspa, or let's say most of them know about Kaspa, and it's good seeing all these people that we've talked with for the last 2.5 years. Some of them. Others that are, let's say, newer, doesn't matter. Everyone contributes, and it should be an amazing event.
It certainly is, Casper. And again, I'm really looking forward to seeing you and all the other guys there as well. It's going to be awesome. Thanks so much for coming up and talking about this as well. Because, like I said, I know you're on a bit of a time crunch and you need to get.
I'm good. Thanks.
So
Thanks, Chris.
It's appreciated, man. Thank you. Awesome. Levendi, are we going over to Cascade?
Yes, man. Let's dive in. I've been eager. We've got a whole army from there up on stage. Elliot, Julian, and whoever is behind the official account too. Kaspa, always covered in their timing them perfectly. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stage. How are we?
Hello, everyone. It's good to hear you. Hello, Levendi Pro. Hello, Chris. It's so much time we begin to talk together. All good time. And now, yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I don't know if Cascade accounts works well because I hear a big crash on the space, or maybe there is a sound problem. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's good to be here and to talk a bit about Cascade. And I will be too in Berlin this Saturday. That it's sure.
I'm really looking forward to that as well, Julian, because you're actually speaking there as well, aren't you, on stage?
Yeah. Thank you to invite us to talk on stage, because when we begin to talk about Cascade and this project, we begin to have conversation together, and it was at the end, I think, to succeed to have a talk on stage. So thank you. We have some surprise to show. Is that it's sure about what is going on Cascade and where we are in the development, because we have a really good meetings today with all the team, and the fork is now on ready to be on testnet, so that's good news. And we upgrade a lot the interface too, because we have last interview with an account on X is XXAM. I think a lot of people know this account who makes interview with Kaspa, and we show the first interface we imagine at the very, very beginning of this project, and now we evolved a lot. So we can't wait to show to everyone what we are doing, to have the feedback, and to answer the question that for sure will be here.
It's going to be fantastic, Julian, because for people that don't know, you've obviously been in the Kaspa space for a very long time, and you've actually done a lot of work to promote Kaspa and push Kaspa out, along with other French ambassadors as well. And in fact, France has been a really good at pushing adoption for Kaspa around Europe, to be honest with you. You guys have been fantastic at that. So it's good to see that you're now building this project out, Cascade, for Kaspa. And so, again, for people that don't know what Cascade is, it's a lending and borrowing protocol. So you don't have to sell your Kaspa. You can actually borrow against it. So again, it's going to be fantastic. I know that Elliot as well helped on certain parts of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'll help them for oracles mainly, but obviously not nowhere near finalized because for that I would have to have finished my research. But we'll get there, and I think it's good as a start to not just blindly rely on existing oracles and do it well, even if it'll just be like a first version.
Because this is something that is actually is really important, especially with finance side of things or DeFi is oracles, and I never really understood. Like you understand, people I suppose understand that oracles are quite important, but it's actually really important to get a good oracle structure in place, especially for lending and borrowing protocols as well. So it's good that you're sort of working on that side, because we all know that you're working on oracle solutions on Kaspa anyway.
Yeah, I think the end goal is just to have them implemented on Kaspa, so no need for, I mean, after that any lending protocol can implement it. I don't even know if it'll have to be implemented or if you can just directly get the feed. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because there's a lot of money secured by oracles today, and as I said, I think like last week or so on your space, if Binance just decides to manually change their API, basically all oracles go down because they all rely on Binance with a heavy weight. Like if you take prices from several different sources, so like Binance and MEXC, obviously Binance has more liquidity, so you'll put more weight. You'll say that Binance's price is more important, and yeah, if they just change it by hand, you don't have any proof that the price is wrong. You would need like some sort of social consensus. But in the meantime, all Oracle systems would go down. Even if you have 50 Chainlink nodes going to get different prices, they're still going to go get Binance. So it's pretty funny because, yeah, you feel like it's a decentralized network, but not so much.
And this is why I'm really looking forward to your talk at the Berlin event, because obviously you've been researching this quite a bit, and yeah, I'd love to actually learn more about it, because like even just then, like you said with Binance, like that's a really big problem because it's extremely centralized, like without anyone realizing it.
Yeah, it's like the illusion of thinking that if you have a lot of nodes going to query something, then the output is decentralized. But if I have 100 nodes who are going to query the exact same API, then it's not decentralized either way. That's why I kind of wanted to highlight the Quex partnership, which I find great, and they have a very good tool. But I can still use their tool and come up with a shitty oracle. Like it's not. So yeah, like academically speaking, theoretically speaking, they're pretty. They're not centralized, but they rely heavily on trust, which shouldn't hold.
And that's why we need you to use your massive brain to help, not just us, but like the whole ecosystem out. It would be fantastic. And how is the research going as well? Is it challenging?
Yeah, it is. Like say for the past 2 weeks, I had this model in mind and it was working well. Started proving stuff, and then talked with Jonathan yesterday and realized that I took. So I often I'll have a good idea and then I'll try to prove it, which is the bad way to go. So Jonathan told me now I have to absolutely avoid proofs at all costs, because you just take a lot of time to work on like calculating, doing integrals and stuff like that, which don't help your intuition so much. And so if the original model is wrong, you just spend all this time doing calculations on the wrong model, which I still do today. It's the learning curve is very long, but yeah, it's, I think like the foundation. So I'm going to try to explain this in Berlin. The foundation of how they should work, I've had a good idea, which I'm currently working on. but even when you have the good idea, there's so much more. It is pretty frustrating sometimes. You work, prove stuff, and then Jonathan comes and says, no, this is the wrong way. But it's still very interesting. I have a lot to learn.
But even in that aspect of, like, I know like what you're saying, you're trying to prove a defunct model, for example, but surely even from that you can gain a lot of knowledge, or is it just literally, no, sorry, it doesn't work and you have just wasted your time on it?
I mean, at first you often feel like it's wasted time, but coming back, I can now see that the reason I have good intuition is because I've tried a lot of ideas which didn't work. Which, for example, it's just one of the reasons I can go on to an existing Oracle solution and just say, okay, this is not good, without having to like prove anything, because in my head I've already tried that idea and realized where the problem lies. So yeah, it's just frustrating on the short term, but it's pretty inevitable. Like you can't just go all the way in one shot.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the talk, man, and again, looking forward to meeting you. It's going to be great in Berlin. With regards to Cascade,
yes. So sorry, guys, I had a microphone issue, so here I am.
No worries at all. It's good to hear your voice. So yeah, like Cascade, as far as I am aware, you guys were actually building out originally on before layer 2s were sort of announced. You were just building out on the layer 1 itself.
Yeah, this was just testing environment for us to just map and design how such a service would look like if we were forced to push it, because we would have to wait another extra 6 months or another year to push such a lending and borrowing service. But the moment we learned that smart contracts were on the way, we switched gears and we moved on to another approach, and we are grateful for that because it allowed us nonetheless to test how we could approach the product on the interface side, how we could present the service in a way that will appeal to the non-crypto users as well as the most DeFi savvy users as well, because we have this ambition to also appeal for people from the traditional finance as well, because for us it's embedded in our philosophy to attract and convince people from outside of the crypto world to actually come play with Cascade and come interact with Kaspa and learn how to borrow against your assets and learn how to use decentralized finance using Kaspa. So our general approach was always how we could build a service for everyone, and now we are very excited to do this on the smart contract side. This is a very exciting moment for us. Yes.
I really, really love that as well. That because it definitely should be something that's for everyone, and obviously there's going to have to be knowledge that's built alongside that as well. But I also like the fact that you're trying to actually link this to TradFi, because that is where we want the switch over to happen as well. We want traditional finance to switch over to decentralized finance, and if you guys can sort of make that happen, that would be fantastic. Like, what are your sort of plans to try and get the TradFi people looking into Cascade, for example?
That's a good question. I mean, we are looking at other environments in finance, such as banks and centralized platforms like centralized exchanges, and also more advanced, I would say, DeFi platforms that we find appealing on the user interface side. And we're trying to merge everything in a way that your grandma would understand how to interact with a platform, basically, and also your kids, right? So it's always one way or the other. Actually, we find on the DeFi field, at least, and we are more often than not, I would say, kind of frustrated when we look at some of our existing competitors on other chains like Aave and other projects like that, and we are like, yeah, I'm sure there is something better that we can do on this interface approach. So we've been working on this aspect as well tirelessly, and like Julien said, we've made a lot of progress on this side, and we are actually excited to share this with you all in Berlin in a few days. So we've made a good progress on this side as well.
Love it. I mean, it does, like, again, going back to traditional finance, it does actually blow my mind how it hasn't switched to, or well, maybe they are looking into DeFi, I don't know, but like when you look at like the repo markets and reverse repo markets and things like that, it's just it seems so complicated when they could just switch to a decentralized. Like for me, I'm sure that would streamline things for them, but yeah, I mean, again, it's good that you guys are looking not just for TradFi but for everyone who wants to use DeFi as well, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
What sort of, so I take it you're going as a sort of Aave model where it's an over collateralized loan that you can obviously borrow against. Are you? Is there going to be? What am I trying to say?
Go for it.
What are the sort of pairings that you can borrow against? So you put your cash in for your over collateralized loan. What would you be able to loan against? Is like, have you got sort of a list of assets that you can loan against?
So yeah, thanks for the question. So mostly we will be starting with the most liquid assets supported by the layer 2s when mainnets are launched, right? So we would be looking for things such as ICAS or WrapCas or also USDT if it's supported. But we wouldn't start with smaller caps because when you start with smaller caps in lending and borrowing, it also most of the time implies that there is lesser liquidity on the DEX side. So it also means that eventually the liquidation can be super fragile because there is not enough, you don't need a lot of buying and selling pressure to affect the price on the market. So we want to be able to offer a service that is reliable. So from the get-go, I think we are just going to start with the top five assets that we feel are reliable, and from this we will iterate and list other assets. But this is a basic layer of our platform. But on top of that, we have some extra layers of incentives that we've been working on, and this is why we are taking a bit of time to make sure that everything is going to work flawlessly, because there is a lot of intricacies to work on and to make sure work as intended. So we are not the type of project that loves to rush things. Even if we know that smart contracts are coming very, very soon, but for us it's too important to make sure that what we want to propose to the public is what we are going to offer actually. So this is the phase we're in right now.
Well, again, that's a really good thing, because I especially when you're dealing with people's finances here, it's good to get it right and not rushed. But again, that's also, I don't think, maybe in a sense, I don't think lending and borrowing protocols have a sort of first mover advantage as such, because I think the more lending and borrowing protocols that are out there, it's actually better, because someone like me, I'd split my risk. I wouldn't have all my assets on one.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want them on just one lending and borrowing protocol.
Exactly.
I'd split it amongst many, because you can never be too sure in the crypto space. Things happen, exploits happen, blah 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 blah. Well, if you've got all your eggs in one basket and it happens to that particular protocol, then yeah, it's not great. So again, I don't think there's a sort of first mover advantage with lending and borrowing protocols. So and I do think it's more important to get it right and secure than just rushing it out there. So I'm glad that you guys have taken that approach.
I mean, I don't know if you followed what happened in the crypto field just recently, but we just learned that a huge, large-scale hack just happened. Recently, it was shared by one of the co-founders of the Ledger, Ledger wallet, hardware wallet, and basically what he said was, you should refrain from interacting with smart contracts with web wallet right now, because there has been a huge malicious code that has been inserted in some packages on JavaScript, and this hack is capable of replacing the receiving address by another malicious address, and you wouldn't notice it, for example. And this also illustrates, the importance of not rushing your product, because now we understand that there is even more urgency for us to think about implementing, hardware wallets from the get-go, because they are more protected from such attacks, such attack vectors. But also we understand that we also need to do a big sanity check on our existing package to make sure that they are not affected by this hack. And it's always like that in crypto. If you rush too much, you don't come prepared, and you mostly you are going to fail. So we like to do things our way, and we understand there is competition, and we like the fact that there is. To me, there is this first mover advantage, and we are not ignoring it. But like you said, I think there is no just one first, lending and borrowing platform on any network environment in crypto. We need many projects to offer this service. But like you said, it's up to the users to decide how they want to, split their exposure towards different protocols. And if we can be part of it, part of this, cherished list, I would say it's all good for us, because what we will offer is it's going to be a little different from the other, platforms. So all good, and we embrace all this, fertile environment where everyone is building, and it's good for Kaspa, so it's good for us as well.
That's awesome that you bring it up. Sorry, Julian, I just wanted to take it back to what Cascade was saying about the situation that unfolded, just for clarity, because that was a big topic in the BB chat and on the timeline, whether Kaspa was affected or not.
Yeah.
And I think you actually said something there that clicked in my brain. You mentioned that it's only affected on smart contracts. So currently, Bitcoin and Kaspa are not affected. Is that correct?
I'm not sure about that, because apparently it affects any type of transaction, meaning any sending transaction could be attacked by this malicious code. So you wouldn't know that you are actually sending your funds to another malicious wallet, because the UI of your web wallet would actually show you that you are sending it to you or to your friends or whatnot. So I haven't dug it too deep into this hack, because it just I was just made aware of it like 1 hour ago, but looks like it's pretty big, actually.
It's quite serious. I mean, there's 1 billion downloads of this already, or uses. But one thing that was being discussed in the chats is, and something that went through AI, is something what's called an NPM, which I don't
NPM,
know.
yeah.
That was passed through AI, and according to that, Kaspa that has no direct use of NPM. So I guess from what AI says, I guess that's not affecting us over here.
Yeah, so not yet, right? Because when we have smart contract, you can be sure that some projects will use NPMs, and we will have to make sure that they are up to date and fixed. And this is yet another example to stress the importance of decentralization, because basically this hack happened via someone, a maintainer of this package, so a human basically responsible for maintaining this package, well, this guy got hacked, basically got tricked into, sharing his access to this package, and the hackers were able to insert this malicious code. So it's crazy that still nowadays we still depend on human intervention and human behavior for such amazing amount of dependencies that everybody is using for wallet to wallet interaction and DApp interactions and whatnot.
This may sound like a really stupid question, but is there any way to decentralize that that centralization there? So what you were saying there is obviously it's one person that got hacked, and then all of this chaos has caused that. Is there any way to decentralize that point there?
I mean, I hope there is now, because it's too big of a hack to ignore it. But I wasn't even aware that just one guy or just a small group of guys were responsible for maintaining this package, and were just responsible for everyone's use of the packages on their apps. So it's intriguing, and just like we discussed about oracles and other components of blockchains and interactions. It's always good to think in terms of decentralization. So it's always also an occasion for us to think how we can better decentralize our protocol. We know that at the smart contract levels, Cascade is going to be super decentralized in a way that everything is going to be immutable, and we won't have any access on the changes we would be willing to operate after the launch. But there is always more that you can do on the Oracle side, on those packages side now. So yeah,
it is quite scary, really. I mean, does anyone have any idea of how long we can't transact for? Like, is this something that can get fixed, or?
Well, it's actively being worked on. So the generic warning has gone out to not transact on anything that's not a hardware wallet.
But even on a hardware wallet, so because as long as you're not blind signing it, but even but won't that address still come up as like you'd think it's going to your address, but it's a malicious one, or does that change with hardware wallet?
So supposedly with a hardware wallet, it would be harder for the code to hack the UI of the either the app that is tied to the hardware wallet, like in Tangem, or directly on the hardware screen of, for example, the Ledger wallet. I can't remember the name of the one with the screen, but it's still freaking scary that to think that what you see on screen could not be what's happening behind the scenes, and you might just be sending everything to a happy hacker without knowing it until it's too late. So I don't know. I'm still investigating. Honestly, I'm refraining from interacting with smart contract at the moment until it's updated. I don't know.
It seems to be the wise move, but that's scary because it's the very same thing can happen to any website, Web2 related website currently. Right?
Yes.
If defenses are low. That's mental. So really, the time to transition over to blockchain tech is like right now to mitigate anything like this in the future.
Exactly.
Scary stuff. Definitely scary stuff. I'm not looking forward. I'm looking forward to someone actually coming out and saying, "Don't worry, we've sorted it." I hope that happens. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm not touching anything. I'm just keeping everything off chain. Awesome. Levendi, have we got any questions for Kaspador or for Cascade? Hello, Levendi, are you speaking?
Oh, goodness me, I was muted. Holy moly. What an awkward silence that must have been. Oh, God, if you didn't say anything, I would have carried on speaking to myself there. Jesus. Chris, there was one question that's come through from CryptoJ a few minutes ago on this topic. Is asking if will that exploit impact mining pools if it can hit transactions not using smart contracts? Don't really understand that, to be honest. Cascade, I don't know if you would care to answer that. You have far more intelligence on this matter than I do.
Yeah, but as a matter of fact, I mean, I have no clue, right? I haven't thought about it, and I'm sure our lead dev would know the answer to this, but he's busy deving actually. But I can ask. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Yeah. No. Thanks for that clarification, man. I mean, it's something that's quite fresh, right? So I guess everyone is in the midst of understanding it. So CryptoJ, hopefully that answers that temporarily.
Yeah, I think the safest thing to do is just literally wait until the smart people have figured something out, and hopefully it's fairly soon. But it's quite interesting. I think, again, when these exploits happen and these hacks happen, hopefully that does push us towards more decentralization or more security measures anyway. So I don't know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Probably not if you're someone who's lost your crypto.
Well, do you know what? I don't know how true it is. I saw something on the crypto Twitter timeline, so take this with a pinch of salt, but about $20 have been managed to be taken from this method. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently the hacker has gotten away with $20.
Yeah, I mean, big ball there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, Cascade, have you got anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, so basically, we are going to do a presentation with Julien in Berlin, and what we will show is mainly our progress on the smart contract side and the interface side, and we want to share this with everyone because we've worked a lot on it, and we want to collect feedback on how we approach this type of service on Kaspa, because our main goal, like I said, is to appeal to a large scale of future users of DeFi and TradFi. So we want to showcase what's been cooking behind the scenes, and hopefully we will have also a live demo to show to people. Just come see us and come discuss with us. We are happy to connect with you. We always do. And let's just talk and see where it goes.
100%. I'll definitely be hunting you guys down to learn more. And yeah, I think it's such a good thing that you guys are building out in the space, because I certainly know, like, Julian has been in the Kaspa space for a long time, and again, he's earned the trust, if you know what I mean, of the community, which also really does help, because he's always been pushing for Kaspa, and yeah, it's good to know the team. So, and this is why I like these events as well, these in real life events, because you actually do get to have that connection with people. You get to talk to people face to face, and yeah, like, learn more about them. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. I'm actually really glad you're coming.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Can't wait to meet you all, guys. It's been a long time. We haven't been outside, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Hello, sorry. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we move on?
I don't know, Julien, if you think about something, just be my guest.
No, I think it's okay. That it was just the point that about what say Levendi is that we focus to have tech teams that has a strong culture of research, because in tech it's something very important. So It's for that, for Oracle, Elliot will help us a lot with the research, but it's the same with Pierrick and Marius, who are on the team on backend and frontend. They work with the French Ministry of Education and Research since 14 years now. So with validated program by the states about technology research on database and on some part of technology. So I think it will help a lot to understand things. And on Cascade, we have a vision for long term. So it's for that, as you say, Jack, we don't focus too much to rush, but to do well and to imagine to have very good foundation for the future of finance, because we think that Kaspa is the best network to onboard all the assets of the finance and to deal with it with a decentralized platform. It's just another layer. It will not replace the layers that already exist, but I think there is a place for these layers, and it's the only one who has this ability at this moment to do it. So we want to embrace this vision, and we want to think that, yes, we just begin by, I will say, simply lending and borrowing assets, but we want to execute the vision for the long term. And it's for that too in a team. We have some people as Quentin, because you can see all the team on the page about of our website. And it's really good to find partnership with big company, because I think it will be good that every part of finance can have a fit on Kaspa and can make a good proposal of services for every user of Kaspa. So I know it's not it's a long-term vision that I explain, but it's what we would like to do.
And that actually, that's a really, really good thing, because yeah, as you were saying there, when banks and things like that want to get involved, if you're already at the forefront, like you said, Kaspa's the perfect network to do it on, because it's the quickest and it will be the most secure network, hopefully, to transact on. And at that point, you could do it with any asset, really. You could do it with bonds. You could do it with, I don't know, mortgage-backed securities, and anything like that can then get converted, and you could use a platform like Cascade to initiate that. So again, yeah, that is possibly long-term thinking, but it's certainly doable. And it actually makes sense to go to that level, because, like I was saying before, the centralized way of doing things at the moment with repo markets and things like that, I just think they're not as streamlined as they could be, and certainly not as what's the word? Like, it's not as final as like the ledger's got to update and all sorts of things. Whereas if they did that on Kaspa's network, your ledger's getting updated, and that transaction, whatever it be, is getting finalized within like 8 seconds. So it just makes sense in my mind anyway. And yeah, I mean, it's awesome to hear the team's background as well. I think that's fantastic. So yeah, really looking forward to you guys being in Berlin, and I will definitely learn more from you.
Yeah, can't wait to be here, Chris, and to see you in real life, and not only on Twitter and on the very good YouTube video you made with your brother. So yeah, it will be emotional to see you.
I know, man. It's been a long time. It's got to be a couple of years now.
Yeah, but 2 years, probably 2 years and a half, I think.
Yeah, it probably is. So yeah, again, it's going to be great to put all of these people that I know online and actually have them in front of me, get the faces. It'd be brilliant. So yeah, can't wait to see you guys there. It's going to be awesome. And thanks so much for joining our space and telling us more about Cascade. Really looking forward to what you guys are building out.
Yeah.
Thanks. See you soon.
Question, guys. Sorry, I just popped into my head. Is your platform going live when mainnet is live day one, or is there plans for it?
Well, first of all, we don't know when mainnet is going to be live, so it's hard to answer that. But it will be live when we are ready, mainly. So that's all we can say right now. We have no date whatsoever. We are just building until it's looking good for us to launch.
Cool, awesome. That means a lot to me, actually. Thanks for answering.
It's the way to do it. Make sure it's like, again, measure twice, cut once. So it's a good approach. Absolutely love it. And again, yeah, thanks guys for taking part. Really, really appreciate your time.
Thank you all.
Cheers, man. Levendi, could we send a request to Seb? Because we've got Seb here, and I really want to talk about Kai.
Yeah. My Kai. What a name that was as well, and quite coincidental. I spoke to him a little bit about that in the back end. It actually means Michael, which is so coincidental. That was not the reason why he called it My Kai. But look, he'll dive into it. And looking forward to playing with it, man. I had the pleasure of playing with the AI in its early infancy when Seb first conceptualized it, and I liked it, man. The UI felt smooth, and his vision was very, very good on there. I mean, I grasped everything he was saying. It's just I'm excited to use it.
So this is actually the first I've heard of it, to be honest with you. So I'm looking forward to hearing about it. So is it like an AI buddy, like a Kaspa AI buddy? Well, we've got Seb here. He can explain what he's built out. How are you doing, Seb? You good?
Yes, I'm doing good. So I just joined. I missed everything was before, so I have to get into the space a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm really good, and I'm happy to have been able to launch the beta version. Let's say the proof of concept of my Kai. Indeed, almost like Michael, but this is my Kaspa AI and my Kai. So that's why I called it Kai. And I think everybody can have its own Kai. So that's why it is my Kai. Yeah, well, let me start about why I started building it. It is a little bit of a spin-off of the discussions we were having with Bitcoin maxis ever since the Bitcoin army space. Yeah, we have had many interactions with them, also with other people, but it's also with the onboarding of new Caspians. And I noticed it were over and over the same questions, and when you answer, they always ask, "Yeah, trust me, bro, you can tell me that, but where can I read it?" So I have experience with a lot with customer care, but also with AI, and I have done AI building before and prompting. So I was, yeah, for me it was something of a natural thing to come up with the idea to just make an AI and provide it to the community in a way that it's not only available on my website or in my app, but that I also can distribute it, and it's aimed to be free for use, just to help onboard people with the idea that if you are asking it questions, it also provides URLs to the sources. So you can, if you want, you can really go deep into the into the resources that are online. So yeah, that was the idea that I started with. Then from a practical point of view, I could go two paths. One was to do it from scratch. Now, I'm not a dev myself, but I'm pretty handy, especially these days with vibe coding. You can do really, really a lot, and I have some experience with software development like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So the logic, yeah, I understand the logic, but that will cost maybe a year to develop, and I wanted to do it in like 1 month. So that's why I thought, okay, there are a lot of not only open source software, but there are also paid modules. And I thought, well, let me get me a budget for myself and just pay for it and get it over with and put it online and see if people want to use it or not. And then it was a little bit more expensive, especially if it's going to scale than I thought. So now I'm in the process of thinking, how can I make it self-sustainable? I'm also looking, I have some ideas for that as well. Yeah, well, that's where I am at this moment. So, and the first reactions are mostly positive. So that's nice to see. And well, I don't know if you guys have tried it or if you have any questions. Yeah, what you guys think?
So first of all, I love it. Secondly, the thing that attracts me the most about it is the Discord bot. Some of you know that
Did I
have.
lose connection or?
Oh God, it's happening again. Jesus.
Levendi
Do
speaking.
you hear?
Seb.
Do you guys hear something?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Seb, can you hear me?
I see Dave.
Seb, can you hear me?
I think it's fully rugged.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus, Seb, can you hear us, mate? Are you in the void? We might have to send him a DM. I was gonna ask him more about the Discord bot because I've built quite a few servers and own a couple, and I'm very much interested in implementing it there and utilizing it to teach these communities.
Chris, can you say something?
Chris, you're muted as well, by the way. But I'll send you. I'll send. You're probably sending Seb a DM.
Let me check.
But let me get in there in the background. I'll sort you out, Seb, mate.
Okay.
Awkward.
Yeah,
no. I'm sorry. I was just messaging him in the back end saying, I think you've rugged. Can you go back down and come back up? And hopefully he can hear us again. I had so many questions. Well, I say so many. I've got a couple of questions for him anyway, and I really want to know about him. Seb, can you hear us?
Yeah, yes, I'm back. I'm back. Yes.
Let's go. You're not stuck in the void anymore, man. I want to quickly ask you before that happens to you again about the Discord bot, man. That's what very much interests me. Firstly, I love the creation and the vision behind there, and then secondly is the Discord, man. Discord bot. I want to implement that across various servers and utilize to teach others about Kaspa that are not necessarily on X. So I know we're gonna dive more into in the back end, but let me know what's going on with that, and for those that are listening, how they can utilize it too.
Yeah, well, let's start at the public available locations. That is at mykai.app. Yeah, there's a website. You can visit it and you can use it. I also have published it today on the custom OpenAI, the ChatGPT version. So you can also search there with the GPTs for MyKai. I'm wondering, I'm going to test if it also, I'm doing that right now. If I type in Kaspa, yes, if you type in Kaspa, you will see MyKai. And yeah, of course, the Discord bot. Let me see the Discord board, and people can also embed it in their website if they want. It's all everything is aimed to be for free. So I will help you to install it. I will give you the documentation, and you can just use it. For me, it's most important that the information is available for everybody who has the question, so everybody can educate him or herself more about Kaspa. There's also, it started with helping to onboard people, but I also heard Michael Sutton say he wanted the developers, more developers, to have more knowledge. So I also have added more for developers, information for developers. Yeah, so it's I just want to help educate the Kaspa space. That's kind of the mission. Yeah.
Well, I personally think it's a really, really good idea, because, again, a lot of people don't like to ask questions to other people, if you know what I mean. In case they feel like they're being stupid, which they shouldn't do. But like some people do, they have that sort of, they don't want to ask because they don't want to look stupid, and I get it. I'm sure we've all had that before in our lives. So the fact that you can do this with an AI bot, especially one that is dedicated to Kaspa, is fantastic, because I think it will certainly. I'm hoping it will help people learn a lot more, a lot quicker, and like you said, I think it's actually really cool that you've done this via, or it's spawned because of the Bitcoin debates that you've obviously been a part of. The same questions coming up. Well, and to be honest with you, it's true as well. Like, why should someone just trust what we're saying? Well, I actually had this on Dave and VDK Music's X Space previously, just before we come on live with Blockchain Banter. I just touched on Kaspa because obviously I would, and Dave actually had a very fair point. He said, I've heard a lot of people say that they've solved the trilemma. I don't think it is possibly solved. So like, I definitely have to look into that more. And that's a fair point. Like, you can't just trust someone's word for it. So a bot like this would be fantastic because he can do his own research then, and the fact that you've got links to it as well would really, really help. So like, say for example, a question to the MyKai bot. If they said, how has Kaspa actually solved the trilemma, would that then show up all the mathematical proof behind it as well, and things like that?
I'm typing it now. I don't know. I must say, this is a proof of concept. So not everything is in it yet. So I'm just looking what it's. No, it's not pointing at the research, and at this moment it's pointing at Kaspa Hub articles. So these are the things I have to look into further. Let me see, because I'm now wondering why it's not pointing towards the. Well, these are the things I have to check, because one day they do point to like a Michael Sutton and an article in which he really describes all the math. The other times it's not. It can also be because I'm in a session I started earlier in which I declared I am just a simple human being, that the AI is taking that into account. Let me see. I'm a theoretical researcher.
Seb, just tell the AI that you're Michael Sutton. See what it does then.
Can you show me how we solved the trilemma? Let's see what it's. Yes, blockchain. Okay, it wanted this time to verify if I was talking about the blockchain trilemma or something else. No, it's still again pointing at the Cas Hub. So yeah, these are the things I have to. It's going on and on.
But in fairness, to be honest with you, Seb, like you said, it's beta anyway, and like there's still a fairly decent resource to go to. You go to the Kaspa Hub, and there'll still be good articles in there that you can probably bounce off of and go further into. The main point is it's getting people to start understanding Kaspa, because it's quite complex anyway. It's a complex thing to understand because it's completely new architecture. It's not been done before. It's not just a Bitcoin copy, paste, and go again. It's literally brand new architecture. So at least it's that starting point there for people to start understanding Kaspa as much as possible. So I think you've done a fantastic job already.
Yeah, because I'm now looking at the Kaspa Hub link that it was sending me to. And there is, it's a pretty good article if I'm looking at it. So in the first few seconds, it's mentioning all the parts that any regular crypto minded person without a mathematical PhD would like to read. It's just in normal words. So yeah.
Oh, there you go then. It's perfect. I can see VDK's got their hand up down there. Go ahead. You've had that hand up for a long time.
Yeah. So, Seb, forgive me if I'm wrong, but do you know what Dutch bingo is?
Dutch bingo?
Yeah. Are you from the Netherlands?
Yes, I'm from the Netherlands, but Dutch
yes,
bingo, I don't.
Thank you. All right, I'm Canadian, but my ancestors are all Dutch. And you started talking, and I'm like, this is like talking to my great aunts and uncles and my grandparents.
Yes, I can imagine.
So hello from
Hello.
Dutchy. I'm a Vanderkrug
Ah.
and a Van Geest.
That's why they VDK. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. You're the first person to just get that off the hop. Yes, that's where VDK music comes from. I am totally Dutch.
Nice.
A huge footy, the real football, Netherlands fan. So I'm
good.
happy to hear you talk.
Yeah. But
you started and I was like, he's Dutch or I'm not.
Versta je ook Nederlands? Versta je Nederlands?
Yes.
Nice. I asked if she understands Dutch, so yes. Or not.
I'd love to say a little bit in Dutch, but I'm better in French, being Canadian. So I would say un petit peu. Un petit peu. A little bit of
Je
Dutch.
ne parle pas français.
Yes, thank you. My favorite saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seb, maybe you could put what is Dutch bingo into MyKai and see what it spits out.
I don't think it's trained for that, but I will give it a try.
No. It might take you to the Dutch auctions though for MEV resistance.
I was trying to tell Dave and Levendi when we were talking about like how we were all connected long before this. It was kind of like Dutch bingo, so it's funny that, Seb ended up in this space.
What does it mean?
So here, at least in Canada, we have many like Dutch immigrants, and Dutch bingo is when you're Dutch, all you have to do is like name like 3 people and you find connections. So we call it Dutch bingo because you're guaranteed to know somebody, you're related to somebody. So I was telling Dave and Levendi, we realized it was basically like Dutch bingo, and they probably had no clue what I was talking about. But seriously, like you name like 1 or 2 people. I think we have Web3 bingo. And it was the same thing. Like you name a few people and you're like, wait a minute, we all know each other. And that's the same with Dutch bingo. you name like 2-3 people and you're all related.
Yes, now I get it.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dutch, we went everywhere around the world, I think. So and
Yes.
Canada a lot, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
We
the
have.
Dutch. Sorry.
No, go.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure the Dutch are the only people to ever actually successfully take over part of England or Britain. I suppose
Yeah.
the Romans did, but yeah, like the Dutch, their navy was like immense at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of history of the Dutch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Dutch also founded New Amsterdam and then sold it, and it was renamed to New York. So
Yes, this is true.
yeah.
And yeah, like both sides of my family all immigrated to Ontario, Canada, and then they did not know each other in the Netherlands. My grandparents met in Canada and married, but they were all like kind of like they all grew up close. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Immigrated within like 1 to 3 years of each other.
Well, they have the same roots and they went the same
Yeah,
way.
and then like moved down the road from each other, and yeah, my parents met because of it. Like I'm second generation Canadian, but all my grandparents grew up living through World War II in Holland.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Nice.
check this out. Blockchain Banter is not only about blockchain, we also learn about
History.
the Dutch.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
but if we go to the Maikai about the embedding for a moment, if somebody has a website, it can be done in two ways. With an iframe, it can be embedded on a page if somebody wants to. But I also have a little pop-up like a chat balloon in the right corner. That's also an option. So that's available to put in any page you want, of course. So, and the Discord indeed as well. Just for anybody who's listening, by the way, just my messages are open. So just DM me if you are interested, and we'll figure out how to do it. So, yes, that's about the Maikai, I
Seb,
think. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Some great questions have come through from Coder of Stuff, and I've just pinned it up at the top. Let me just open it up properly so I
Yeah,
can
sure.
read it out to you. Okay, so he's going on to say, what's the flow that would get someone to use Maikai over Grok or ChatGPT or whatever they're already using? You know, considering people's attention spans are low and likely they prefer not to switch apps. He does say that he loves the initiative and drive in Maikai, but he does have a nagging question. And why would a CAS naysayer researching against CAS choose to use Maikai?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if somebody who doesn't like Kaspa wants to use it, but if somebody has some interest in it, and that's also why I was thinking about making this available in many places, many spaces, that if somebody is somewhere and has a question, he or she can ask that question, and the of course switching an app is people don't like to do that. But if they are already on a website, they can have it there. If they are already in a Discord, they can ask it to the bot there. By the way, in the bot in the Discord, it can be done in both the channel or in a channel where it is, but also in a DM, so nobody has to see what you are asking. If you want, you can have your privacy with the bot. And of course, for that's why I also put it in ChatGPT. If somebody already has ChatGPT, he can just add the extra bot to his app who he already has, and then so I for that part, I think that's an answer. Then another part of the question is, why would you use the Maikai instead of general AI LLM. And that is this bot has specific training on Kaspa and its ecosystem, and it's not on the level I would like to see it be. I want to improve it a lot more, but it's already works pretty well. Especially I noticed if somebody is asking something about nodes, so funny stuff. I also trained it on some YouTube, and if you just try to do it yourself, ask it about nodes and how it works, you also get the exact timestamps of the videos. So you don't get just directed to a YouTube video for maybe or the AMAs or some other presentation that takes like 2 hours. You can also go to the exact timestamp inside that video, so that helps a lot. And I'm also trying to get it to pinpoint the right lines of code and to really I even have it, but because of some middleware it always changes it back to some stupid general generic URL. I can also explain why it does that, because it prevents it from hallucinating and making it give out statements very confident that are not true and giving it URLs to the wrong websites. But it's overdoing it a bit. So yeah, that are some practical issues due to the combination of middleware that is being used at this moment. The trade-off was that I could do it very fast. The positive thing is that I could produce this bot very fast. The trade-off is that I might have to redo it all to get full control over it. But yeah, I wanted to know if people are interested in it or not before putting in that big effort. So I'm not sure if I answered the questions.
Oh, you
of
did.
Coder of stuff like this.
Yeah, no, you smashed it, man. One big takeaway I want to go back to was the Discord bot. I don't know if many people are aware, but using any type of AI in Discord is gated by paywalls or variations of paywalls, right? Otherwise, you'd get not the full version of the AI or not. But Seb, you're implementing that across without a paywall, so everyone has access to education and that then don't need to pay for it, which is one of the biggest takeaways from this. Is that everyone else is just too money hungry, whereas you're saying, here you go, slapping this form of education in front of everyone's faces, which is awesome. I think Coder of Stuff, Seb's looking to get it implemented in the Kaspa Discord server, which would be awesome. I don't know if you can help make that happen, but I'm sure people would love to see it.
Yeah. Oh, talking about that, I'm also scraping the public Telegram R&D Kaspa R&D group. So you can also do searches and suddenly get directed to a specific message. Also, Coder of Stuff happens to be one of the messages that I used for testing because I was asking it what are the considerate of what names have been considered or been discussed to act as the Satoshi's equivalent in Kaspa, something like that. And then also the word litra is mentioned once by Coder of Stuff in the Telegram bot. So then it also points you to exactly that Telegram message, and it opens up if you click on it. So I would like to do that also with the announcement channel from Kaspa. I think I don't want to have all the noise from the normal channels, regular channels, but something like an announcement channel that can be that can be nice, I think, because you have very specific information. Oh, and another thing, by the way, now I think of it, if you want to know about the prices, I also have it also grabs the OTC pricing that used to be there. So it goes back further than what, for instance, in CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko offers. So, and that's also good when you have the announcement channel. You can go back to the early beginnings and find also the stuff what went wrong and get really the exact information of what happened when it happened. So
that's awesome stuff. Seb, one quick fire question came from Caspian that may not have picked up the beginning of you going into it. Is asking if it's trained using the same models as Grok, Gemini, or ChatGPT, etc.
The engine in the back is ChatGPT 5. That is the basic 5 Pro if you can use it. That's also what makes it a little bit more expensive. But yeah, there's also a thing I prefer the good quality results. So yeah, we just have to see how that works out in practice. I think now it's by default, because ChatGPT changed it's how do you say it? It's they did a new iteration a few days ago, and I think the Pro is now just merged with the normal 5. So it now automatically picks the better of the two. The Pro 5 was of the 5 Pro was also very slow, so that was not very user friendly. But the normal 5 it was quicker, and well, that's the basic at this moment. And so that's the. But it's so just to be clear, there are in the world of LLMs, there are many different LLMs. Also today somebody asked about open source, if it can be open source or that the community would like to have it open source. Well, you can make use of fully open source and fully trained by yourself, but to be honest, training an LLM an LLM is not a smart model. It's mainly a model that is based off big numbers, and it predicts which letter or character or set of characters is most likely to follow after one that you just used. If you want to train it yourself, you also need a lot of hardware, GPUs or whatever, and it will take you so much time to get it trained, to have enough body to be able to make coherent sentences, that it's too much work, especially for a project like this. It's not really doable. So even if you are going open source, you need to make use of an open source LLM that is already trained instead of training it from scratch. And so I always say it's trained on the internet. They all are. So that's the basic. And then on top of that, you can add extra information and point it to certain websites, certain you can put in, for instance, the research papers. Those I have uploaded as well. So it gets the practical extra information, which it weighs, which gives it more weight to. Also, when it compares it to the internet and everything that it can find in the wild, one can say. And I also am able not only to put weight to it, there's also chronology, how do you say it? In time, that it is also looking towards the time. When is something published, and how likely is it that it's still current or not? One thing that I kept on noticing on the general GPT is that it still thinks that Kaspa is doing 1 block per second. For some reason, it doesn't pick up the crescendo update. So that's a strange thing. To be honest, I didn't test it now. I did test it in an earlier iteration, and the MyKai bot just knows the crescendo hard fork has been, and that we are doing 10 bps. So stuff like that, such basic information with what other LLMs are not picking up, MyKai has picked it up, and yeah, it can point to more trustworthy. It can pull information out of more trustworthy current sources, and that's why it can give more accurate answers, and also more specific. So yeah, and then it's just that I have a lot of a lot of information still on my list. I did a calculation earlier today. Let me see if I can open it, because it really has. Oh no, I deleted that. Let me see. Here, to give you an idea, if it were books, it said, no, yeah, wait, this is easier. A4 format, there are about 25,000 pages of information that it is equivalent, where it is trained on for Kaspa specifically. So that's kind of the extra
That's
information.
insane. 25,000. Fucking hell, man. Big Cat asked the question, is it doing fine tuning over ChatGPT, or is it using the Kaspa material as the context?
Sorry, what is the question again?
Is it doing fine tuning over ChatGPT, or is it using the Kaspa material as the context?
Yeah, that is always hard to say with LLMs, because it is all a mathematical probability which it's taking. But I have prioritized the Kaspa. So it should be the Kaspa information, and it might, especially for news. Well, the news is one of the things I need to add still. But it will check also the wider internet to see if it's still current or not. But the main weight, so the 25,000 pages of information, they have priority, and that is what it's looking at the first. And the logic of being able to make coherent sentences out of it, that is done by the ChatGPT LLM.
Do you think your MyKai bot, because it is pointed at developers in the R&D like Coda and to like Michael Sutton, Jonathan, and things like that, do you think it could actually explain what the hell a VProg is?
Yeah. Well, I asked it, and I must be the former was more clear than it is now. The former iteration. So I think if I put in extra information, it it can do that. I can. Yeah, I can also show you what's going wrong. I think, or is it going good? Here it's going good. Let me just put it in the chat for a moment, and you can see what. Let me see, where's the chat here? Here. Let me just, then you can click it. I didn't read it. I just pasted.
Well, hopefully, I'll finally be able to understand what a VProg is. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
But then you can also see where it's getting its information from. In this case, it's getting it from the research.kas.Kaspa website. So that is it. It's quoting, and on that page, you also have the nice. How do we say it? The nice drawings and stuff like that from Michael. So you can eat your heart out. So it points you to the right direction. And I'm not sure if it's
Coder of Stuff just literally posted 10 seconds ago an explanation on VProgs. Maybe I don't know if you've pointed Mike at this already, but it is a article written by Michael, or not article, but yeah, in a research paper.
Where?
I've just pinned it at the top. Coder of Stuff legit seconds ago commented with the link to it. It's in the Jumbotron. It's research.kas.pa.
Coder of Stuff. I hope that is in like proper crayon form for me to understand.
Oh, it's a full code. He thought of you when he no, I'm joking. I just literally opened it up and I mean, majority of it, Michael has written it as from his perspective. So there are some points where you're going to have to copy and paste into AI to fully grasp some things, I'm sure.
Yeah, but what is also interesting, if we can get very specific documents, or it can be. I think the best is if it is published somewhere on a web page. But also just any document, if it's loaded into the MyKai app, then it can draw the explanation from there. So if Coder of Stuff, I'm looking at it, but I don't see where did you
it's in the Jumbotron above us. It might be glitched out for you and you're not able to see it yet, or but nonetheless it's in the comments of the space anyway.
Yeah, but I don't see it pinned, so that's
it's up there. It's pinned. I see it on across a few accounts.
Oh well, I will have a look later.
It might be glitching out, but yeah, no, I'll send it to you in your DMs.
Yes, thanks.
But yeah, no, it's very well laid out. Put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, ultimately, Seb, I think you've done a brilliant job. Like, I've not tried it myself yet, but I think it's going to be something that would be useful for people in the community, and that's like the main point of this, isn't it? Is to try and help educate people as much as possible on Kaspa. And like you said, because your bot is literally dedicated to everything Kaspa, hopefully it does produce better results than just a general AI models that are out there. So I think it's awesome, man. And like you said, it's beta, so there's obviously still bits to work on, but it seems to be putting out from what you've been doing. It seems to be putting out good information anyway. So yeah, it may just some small tweaks, but the main thing is it's going to help a lot of Caspians learn, which is good. We want people to know why Kaspa is so good. And when people do have legitimate questions, like I don't just want to trust what some people are telling me, I want to really look into this myself. I'm sure we've all been there when we first heard about Kaspa and thought, well, I don't actually trust that it has solved a trilemma, or I don't think it's doing what it's saying it's doing. And it's only until you start going further down that rabbit hole you start actually understanding, wow, this is like really good tech. Really good tech.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
before we close down this topic, I just want to make use of this opportunity, because I was saying about the funding, because I want to keep this for free for everybody. Well, I just of course I came to the issue. Okay, how much will this cost to keep on running? And well, the donations. That's of course. Isiodev has helped me test it. If he's listening back to this, I want to thank him. He also said a donation would be a good way, but donations makes you rather fragile, I think. So I'm also looking into combining this with the possibility, for instance, the projects that are / companies that are building on the layer 2s, if they have interest in it, this can also be tweaked / cloned / separated from this one and be used for their own project, and also get extra specialization for themselves. And with that, if I can find several projects that are interested in it, it can help them with their customer care. That happens to be one of my specializations. And this can be used for first line, and then it can also be handed over in if they want it to an agent, or like an agent as in a person. But it can also be that it's only the LLM itself that can answer questions. So there are a lot of options in the way this can be made into a self-sustaining solution. So so if there's somebody who is interested in it, yeah, well, we can always talk and see how to do it. So that's something. That's a new idea of mine. I just came up with it also a few days ago. So yeah, that is what I wanted to add.
Appreciate that, man, and I hope there are people that reach out to you for doing that as well, because again, I think it is beneficial for everyone in the Kaspa community to have like material there like that where you can get at the click of a finger. So yeah, it would be, like you said, there's hard costs that go with this, and if other people can help businesses, that would be awesome. So, and yeah, really appreciate you as well, Seb, for actually doing this. I think it's really good for the community.
Thank you.
Awesome. I know that, Seb, you're on a bit of a time crunch as well because you're working on some stuff.
Yes.
But Levendi, is there any more questions for Seb before he has to carry on with working?
No, none have come through since Coder starts a VProg message. So awesome, Seb. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you diving into things. Really do appreciate the work that you're putting in. And I'm going to hit you up in the back end to see how we can go about implementing it in Discord and possibly further down the line across something else.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And well, have fun with the rest of all the banter here.
Thanks, Seb. Really appreciate your time, man. Awesome. Yeah. Jinx.
Fuck's sake. Jesus. I was going to say a big shout out to CryptoPumpz. I wasn't to say it earlier because the topic was on the Kaspa Cat event in Berlin, but I couldn't get a chance to. But big shout out to CryptoPumpz. He's going to be live streaming part of the event, if not all of it. I'm not sure if it's all of it. Don't quote me on that. I did pin up his post earlier, but I'm going to repin it up because we've pinned up a few. But he will be streaming let's have a look. Live streaming the Kaspa Experience 2025 in Berlin. Join me on X and YouTube for the Kaspa convention. So I'm guessing that's the full whack, the whole event. So if there's a cameraman going around the space with a pint of Guinness in his hands, you know who that is.
It's our very own CryptoPumpz.
It's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait for that event.
I can't.
I've said it about a million times, but yeah, I'm gonna say it one more. I can't wait.
That's going to be awesome, man. Before we do close out, I saw ML Factors join the stage. Wondering if he's got any updates.
Hey guys, can you hear me all right? I've been fighting with the internet yet again.
Yeah, your mic's coming through really good, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's a surprise, honestly, considering my provider, but that's good to hear. So, just a little update today, guys. A couple of spaces before, I think on like 2 or 3, I was talking about the new platform that we are launching with Kas Media. Let me share a bit of detail. That platform is Kas Media Analytics, and we launched it approximately 24 minutes ago. So yeah, I'll show you the link. It's called Kas Media Analytics. We have a bunch of charts, including several key metrics and indicators. When you open the website, you'll see on the sidebar you have something like from the basics, circulating supply, long-term holder supply, short-term holder supply, plus we have more advanced charts for the big finest nerds, supply adjusted coins they destroyed, for example, hodl waves, supplies and profits, and we are going to be releasing much more charts in the future. So I'd really appreciate it if you took a couple of seconds to check out the platform. I think I pinned it, not sure if my internet allowed it, but if it's visible on the Jumbotron, then that's great. You can also see it on the Kas Media Twitter. The address is analytics.kasmedia.com. So yeah, we definitely love to hear your feedback. I did everything I could to make the website load as fast as possible, so navigation should be flawless and instant. If not, then I'll definitely make sure it goes even faster than it does currently. So just a little tip, if you're viewing it on mobile, especially on an Android, it might not exactly look the best in terms of the charts. That's because it's not exactly the easiest to put a big long chart onto a mobile device. So the best way you can really open it is just rotate your device landscape, then you can view it. Otherwise, the best way is just to use your computer. That's where you can view the charts the easiest. Otherwise, the chart is gonna be pretty small, but there wasn't really a way to fix it. Realistically, the device has limits. Anyway, from the technical mambo jabber, which nobody cares about, we launched a new platform. Enjoy it. We'd love to hear your feedback, and yeah, a bunch of nerd charts coming in the future. 50 more charts along the way. We have 30 already, so yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback. Again, a little announcement today. Sorry to kick in. Glad to finally reveal the thing I was talking about for the past 3 weeks and carefully waiting for the release, but we've got everything ready now, so just launched it.
Absolutely awesome, man. Thanks for giving us the update as well, especially seeing as you've just launched it like 24 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome. And like, so if it's on an iPhone, it should be absolutely fine to see the charts and that. It's
That's
just
correct.
Android. Yeah, Android.
On
sucks,
Android,
yeah.
the screen might just turn black, the phone's gonna restart. We've tested it, and unfortunately, we could not fix that issue.
No, typical Android. It's fine. I think most people
Exactly.
understand. Most people are on iPhone anyway, so don't worry about it. But no, definitely go take a look at Kas Media's new analytics and let everybody know, or give them feedback. Certainly, because it was MLFX. Was it Shay Shao that used to do the analytics, or still does the analytics for Kas Media as well?
That's right. It used to be the Kaspa market dashboard, and all the charts are created by her as well. They're automatically updated. She's still reworking the script, but they're probably going to update it either daily or weekly from what I remember. So you always have the latest data, and it also shows an indicator of when it was last updated. So yeah, once we get the new script kicked in with all the latest updates, then the charts should just update flawlessly.
Awesome, man. So yeah, if you're listening, go check out Cast Media's new analytics chart. Try break it, let them know what you think. Well, give them some feedback anyway. And yeah, to be honest with you, I'm sure, because I know what you're like, Email Effect, I'm sure it's works flawlessly anyway. So I will certainly be having a look at that a bit later as well. And yeah, massive thanks for coming up and telling us about it.
Appreciate you, Effect. Always.
Thanks, guys.
Always, man. You're always giving us the alpha, bro. Really appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you.
Exactly. So again, I'm working behind the shadows slowly but steadily. Kaspa is coming really soon. We had a bunch of delays, but I'm hoping to launch it somewhere after Layer 2's kick out. We've got a couple of projects, some private, some public, coming in and later on the Layer 2. So once we get those out, then I'm probably gonna have Kaspa launched and we can get this out of the way. New design, new functionalities. Let's get everyone excited yet again for another project I'm gonna spoil today at the very end of the space.
No, tell us now. We're near the end of the space anyway.
You'll see, it's gonna be a nice project, but I can't really share a lot about the Layer 2 ones. They're really nice projects. Hopefully work smoothly, both on Igra and Casplex. We've tested it on testnet, so if you're nerdy enough, you'll probably find a couple of transactions that we've executed, although it might be difficult considering there's literally hundreds of transactions popping in every minute, so it might be difficult to snipe the ones we are making, but yeah. I guess you'll see it pretty soon.
Are you saying that I need to dust off my old sniper, get it out of the locker, and try and find those transactions? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's one of the ways. You might need to contact Casplex, ask where the nodes are, and then just walk up to there and snipe the transactions. I think that's how you do it when you have an Android. Honestly, not sure, but that's what I heard.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you're like a secret squirrel. No one can get anything out of you. You're constantly working, and then bam, something new comes out.
Do you know something? In effect, I hope you mind me sharing this, but he said to me, work, a day job seems more fun than school. Bro, you do more work than actual people at work. Trust me, work would be boring for you. The way that you're moving, honestly, what you're working on, so many things that you cannot comprehend to be working at a day job that's only focusing on just one thing. So bro, keep doing what you're doing because you're in the right place.
Yeah, I'll tell you, really appreciate the words. First of all, the biggest limitation is my age, honestly. First of all, 37 hours of lessons at school is certainly not good for a week. So thanks to the Polish Education Ministry, amazing job to handling students' mental health. But honestly, it doesn't matter to me because most of the time I spend on my laptop anyway, so it doesn't really change a lot. That's why I'm working on Kaspa and other projects. Another thing is, unfortunately, I'm underage, which limits me. I literally have one of the best startup ideas I've ever had in a while, but can't really launch it considering I can't even have a legal company. Well, I can, but the legal burden is so big that you will give up after the first step. So yeah, I might launch it on the side without a company and see how it performs and then decide whether I want a company or not. That's still relative. We'll see about that one.
In effect, like, you're extremely smart. Can't you just fake an ID or something? Just boost your age up a bit.
Yeah, just don't call yourself McLovin, whatever you do.
Well, I actually did a really interesting thing before. It's legal, so I don't mind sharing it, but it's funny. So my school bought a really weird domain. It's like long as hell. So we have this domain at Poland, which is edu.pl, edu.pl. We have these education domains for all the universities like .edu, but edu.pl, you could just literally register it. So I just bought my school name .edu.pl, and essentially I have emails and I have the authorities to issue any email I wish under that domain. So I even tried to get Cursor for free, but they just rejected my application saying they want my driver's license. Well, I'm not sure how that is any relevant, but I mean, that's up to them, honestly. I don't mind issuing principal@school.edu.pl. not much of a problem for me, honestly.
I genuinely think they would benefit from just letting you go from school. Just, just don't pick on us anymore. Just go do whatever you're doing in blockchain world.
Yeah, trust me, how will the teachers hate me anyway? So I think they'd be pretty happy if they just kicked me off anyway. So I think it's a win-win scenario in that case.
Love it. You're going to do so well in life, MLFX. It's unreal, especially with that attitude.
Really hope so. Thank you very much, guys.
Absolute legends. Cheers again, MLFX, and hopefully see you again soon. I don't suppose you're
Definitely.
going to London, are you?
Well, I wish, but unfortunately, there's a bunch of limitations. The only limitation being my age, obviously, because transport to Berlin, first of all, then you got accommodation. You also need to be 18 for all the hotels and stuff. That's the burden, honestly. If I was 18, I would be out of and already sitting in front of the venue for the past 5 days. So, yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man. There'll always be another one. I'm sure there will be. This one's going to be huge. So hopefully it's something that will continue on.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 years, though. I'll make sure once I turn 18, I'm going straight to the nearest Kaspa convention, or rather, straight to the one that's happening right after my birthday, hopefully.
Or maybe we'll bring it to you. Maybe we'll bring it to Poland. That'll be brilliant.
Yeah, feel free to bring it to the village that's literally next to me with 100 residents. Seems like the perfect venue for a really big convention, honestly. I think that
Yeah.
you might have more attendance than the whole village of inhabitants. So, yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, we're going to Levendi, are we going to start closing down soon?
Sorry, I'm still stuck on that village. That's fucking brilliant. Oh man. So I just wanted to say good evening to Dave. You've been sitting up on stage for a while. I know you're in the UK, and usually your bedtime's quite early, and it's past almost midnight for us over here. So just wanted to say hello and thanks for joining us on stage, man.
No, thanks for having me. And yeah, I don't think I've got. It's getting to that point where nothing good happens after this time in the day. So the less I say, probably the better. But no, it's been a real pleasure to connect with you guys. Got to hear some real interesting stuff tonight. I'm not sure how much of it will sink in, but definitely want to come back and tap into some of this stuff in the future. And yeah, thanks for having me.
You know something, Dave. We were speaking with VDK earlier. I think we should organize a starter spaces for people just learning about Kaspa, because we've been running blockchain banter for more than a year now, and we started off like that. At first I was completely dumbfounded about everything, so we're slowly learning and building up the space. But now we've got so many projects and people building on there. It's just really hard to keep up at this level. So I think it will be very beneficial if we did start something like that. Chris, what's your thoughts?
I'd absolutely love to, because like I said, it's actually been great meeting you guys. I think you're fantastic people. Like I said, I've actually enjoyed taking part in your spaces as well. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. And I'm totally with you as well, Dave, on the fact that nothing good happens after this sort of hour, because I genuinely run out of brain juice, and I just feel like I'm mumbling, and everyone's just listening to me like, what the hell is this guy babbling on about? Because I can't even get my words out properly. It just gets that bad.
I feel like I should be using this to promote myself to a load of new people, but then at the same time, I worry about what I'll say.
You know what? Us Canadians at 6:14 p.m. EST, some of us are like 3 p.m. EST in the PST world. I don't know. This is why Dave and I get along so well, because it's end of day for him. It's beginning of the night for me. I don't know. But yes, we need to do this. Let's book it next Monday. Next Monday. Don't give Dave a say. I'm his trusty co-host. We're fine.
Well, not
We're
very
fine.
trustworthy at the moment. I'm going to jump in on that fact. Like, I feel like I'm being thrown under a bus. No, I would love to come back next, maybe not next week, but at another time and talk about what you just suggested. Having tried and failed is a strong word for it, but maybe not being as successful as we might have initially liked to do something very similar for a lot of people in the Polygon ecosystem 4 years ago. I just I think it would be useful experience for me to share with you guys. Whether you end up using it or not, again, is entirely up to you after that. But yeah, I'd enjoy talking about it for sure.
Again, we shouldn't really get into this now. We should definitely save it for joining your space to talk about everything Kaspa or Kaspa and everything else. But funny enough, like I'm assuming, Dave, you quite like Ethereum, don't you? Or is that just a bad assumption?
It's about accessibility for me, essentially. So like it's about where's going to be the easiest, the most affordable, the most accessible to people with the least amount of resources, limited amount of time, computer power, funds, that sort of stuff. And
have I rugged?
I thought I was my whole thing was about to crash down. Bloody hell! I think Dave sort of went quiet and got rugged halfway through. I don't know if he's throwing all hundreds up there and waving. I guess his internet has rugged him.
He's he's probably just done it on purpose so he can get to bed early. I don't blame him either. But all I was going to say, Dave, to that one is because like Jonathan Sompolinsky, who was the founder of Kaspa, actually wrote loads of protocols beforehand as well, before he got to Kaspa. And one of them was the Ghost protocol, which actually is, Ethereum adapted part of that Ghost protocol to actually become what it was on the proof of work. So yeah, it's like this is why I actually love Kaspa, is because it's again, here comes my brain, it's not working properly, but basically it's got so much research behind it. It's really interesting stuff. It's stuff that we can get into definitely on the space when I've been able to reload my brain and have a sleep, because it's not working properly at the moment. But yeah, it's definitely something that I think would be an awesome space, because again, I think as a community or part of the Kaspa community, we do need to start getting out of the echo chamber, because it's nice being in here, but we want to reach out to other people. And yeah, it'd be awesome to join your space and talk about Kaspa.
Also, I think that's a great segue into say the topic of reaching new people and me going into OCB events as we sign off, Chris. We've got 2 big OCB events coming up. So if you did want to meet new people, or if you're building a game with blockchain tech and you want to showcase it to thousands of people in a very popular event, then hit me up. 25th of September, we have a workshop in Old Street in London. We have a handful of founders, very well-known founders, been building in this space for the last 4 or 5 years, giving us a speech and going into things, as well as exclusive play test of a game that's not been released to public yet, apart from a trailer. And the month after that, we have a massive booth at the Zebu Live event in London, happening on the 21st and 22nd of October. When I say massive, it's not an understatement. It is going to cost our sponsors a lot of money for this event, but we're putting it all together for them. We're bringing down a lot of stuff, and without going into too much detail, because we're not released the information, but we're bringing down a lot of equipment to showcase a few things, and to the wider audience of people outside of crypto Twitter, which is a main thing. So yeah, if you want to showcase and show off, I think is an appropriate word as well, something that you're building whilst that's utilizing blockchain technology, hit me up. We can dive into things. It is a big event, so make sure you do go there, even as a participant of the event. Tickets retail in the 3 figures, they're about £300+, but I should be having a handful given to us as participants, booth holders of the event, that will be given away with a very timely release of the OCB website. But more on that when the time comes. So enough shilling from me, shameless plugging. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that joined us today. It has been an insanely good space. I've got to hear a lot of alpha. Special thanks to VDK and Dave coming through as well. It was a pleasure to connect with you guys. We have a lot of mutuals as well. We've gone through this, so it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. I would also like to say big thank you to CryptoPumpz down there in the listeners, who is always recording our spaces and saving them on YouTube for us, trying to reach out a different audience outside of the Twitter bubble. So really do appreciate your work on that and broadcasting it over there. And thank you so much. Looking forward to having a pint with you in Berlin, actually, on Saturday. It's going to be a good one. For those that didn't know, there is a event happening in Berlin, quite fresh off the press news. No, I'm joking. I'm going to stop mucking around now. Good night from me. It's been a pleasure. Chris, over to you.
Yeah, just mirroring exactly what Levendi said. Massive thank you to everybody who's come up on the panel and spoken. We really do appreciate your time, and especially learning about all the cool things that you're up to in the ecosystem. So yeah, massive thanks for that, and an even bigger thanks to our audience, because without you we wouldn't have a show. So really do appreciate your time as well, and of course CryptoPumpz, absolute legend. If you haven't subscribed to his YouTube channel, go over and subscribe to it. He does incredible content surrounding Kaspa, so go and give him a like and a share and all of that cool stuff with the notification bell and stuff like that.
Chris, sorry, one thing I wanted to, we didn't discuss this. I wanted to dive into it, but I'm just going to quickly mention free our boy Kaspa facts. He was unjustly suspended due to impersonation. We're impersonating who? There is no trademark for logos, there is no duplicate account, so it's just a false reporting. So I hope he does pass through the appeal, but I just wanted to shout him out and hashtag free our boy Kaspa facts from X's automatic clutches.
Yeah, it's such a shame, man. He's such a mega mind, and he's obviously getting attacked somewhere, which is an absolute shame because his knowledge is incredible, and he's again, he's not really a confrontational guy. He just speaks from facts and knowledge. So it is a shame when stuff like that happens. But yeah, like you said, I hope that he does get out of it. Yeah, so anyway, from me, just again, a massive thank you to everyone. We hope you came for the blockchain but stayed for the banter, and we will see you next week. Thanks a lot, guys.